From a quantum stealth camouflage system that looks like something out of a science fiction movie, to cyborg-like insects that can be remote controlled to spy on people, we take a look at 10 futuristic military weapons in development. Number 10. XM-25 Grenade Launcher. Nicknamed the Punisher, the XM-25 Counter-Defilade Target Engagement System is a semi-automatic grenade launcher used by the American military. Many enemy targets are hidden behind cover, dug into trenches, or even below ground. The Punisher was developed to improve destruction of these types of targets. The XM-25 can fire grenades that explode within the proximity of the target, on their way to the target, or even mid-launch. Due to the capability of exploding in airburst, they can detonate, then track the distance traveled toward the target, and detonate again. The XM-25 is expected to be fully deployed by the military later this year, but has already been tested in Afghanistan. Number 9. Kill Weapon. There have long been rumors of the Chinese Navy developing a massive weapon capable of destroying U.S. naval vessels from long ranges and in a stealth manner. In addition, the missiles currently in development stage can carry enough large warheads to damage, incapacitate, and possibly sink an American warcraft. Some even believe that these missiles could sink a U.S. super aircraft carrier. Although for obvious reasons details are not exactly known, these kill weapons are also speculated to be highly undetectable to radar. A deployment date for these weapons is not currently known. Number 8. The Railgun. Although not specifically designed to be a weapon, the Railgun's technology as an electrically charged and powered massive projectile launcher could theoretically aid in launching aircraft into space. Converted into a weapon, the Railgun has been redesigned and tested with non-explosive ordnance at extremely high speeds. This could help it be a very proficient anti-aircraft or anti-missile weapon. The US Navy is still developing the technology to fully support the Railgun. Specifically, how to equip enough battery power to support the weapon. Even with these difficult-to-solve issues, the Railgun is considered one of the weapons of the future, and there are hopes to have them fully equipped on ships by 2025. Number 7. Dredd Silent Weapon System. A weapon has to be seriously devastating to earn a name like Dredd. Dredd is a massive machine gun. It doesn't use gunpowder, but instead uses rotating discs to fire its rounds. First patented in 2003, the Dredd Silent Weapon System is a centrifugal weapon that can fire up to 120,000 rounds per minute and produces no sound, no heat, and no recoil. If you want to cut down enemies silently and quickly, this is a true stealth killing machine. Although it is currently in development, it is not known when the weapon will become fully operational. Number 6. Aurora Excalibur. Aurora Flight Sciences has developed an unmanned aerial fighter known as the Excalibur that is capable of both a vertical takeoff and landing. It can also carry numerous weapons and reach speeds of nearly 500 miles per hour. The full-scale model has plans to be equipped with 4 Hellfire missiles. With successful tests as far back as 2009, the Excalibur is an improvement on current unmanned fighter craft. If used properly, it will be very effective in fast and discreet drone strikes. The Excalibur should be fully deployed within the next 5 to 10 years. Number 5. High Energy Liquid Laser Area Defense System. HELADS, or the High Energy Liquid Laser Area Defense System, is a weapon currently being developed to counter mortars, artillery, and rockets. What makes HELADS different from other defense systems? Well, one big thing is it uses lasers to shoot down enemy threats. Another huge advantage is it's small enough to be deployed on traditional fighter craft. On top of that, older lasers need a cooling off period, but the liquid lasers on HELADS can fire consistently as long as they have a cooling system installed, which makes them way more effective. The HELADS system has been being developed for the past 6 years, and if all goes well, they should be fully operational within the next 5. Number 4. Quantum Stealth Camouflage. Stealth camouflage will essentially render an infantryman invisible. Both the United States and Canadian militaries have full support of this technology. If it sounds like something straight out of a science fiction film, it's probably because the science behind it comes from the concepts of the Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter films, where light seemingly bends around the wearer, making them seem invisible. The camouflage would likely be worn by full units of infantry in the future, but is reportedly being developed for fighter pilots who are forced to eject in hostile territory. Having an invisible military engaging in combat operations is a terrifying proposition that will not only physically destabilize, but also psychologically affect enemies as well. Number 3. Electron Laser. This is another project of the US Navy where they're trying to harness laser technology into a primary weapon to shoot down enemy aircraft, rockets, and missiles. In addition to the intended abilities of the laser system, there are hopes that it will be capable of sensing, tracking, and targeting an enemy, as well as sharing information with the command post. This type of laser has been used in non-military fields for years, but only recently has the US Navy commissioned contracts to build prototypes for weapons. To date, there's only been one demonstration of a prototype, but an operational model should be available by 2018. Number 2. Hybrid Insects. The Hybrid Insect Micro-Electro-Mechanical Systems program is something truly astounding. It's the brainchild of the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, which is a division of the United States Department of Defense. Their goal is to create robotic-aided insects by implanting actual bugs with mechanical devices during the early stages of their metamorphosis. After that, the military could actually use remote-control devices to control the insects. They could plant them wherever they choose, making it easier to do things like conduct surveillance on difficult-to-locate targets or enter heavily controlled spaces. I don't know about you, but regular bugs are creepy enough. But the thought of mechanical surveillance bugs? One hopes that they stay a military implication and aren't widely released into the consumer market. Number 1. Synthetic organisms. Another ambitious project headed by DARPA is the Biodesign Synthetic Organisms Project. It's difficult to fully comprehend why they would aim to completely override evolution and create an engineered organism that can defy death, although the fact that you can program a kill switch is one advantage. If you've ever seen the film Universal Soldier, then what you're picturing is on the right track. DARPA's goal with this project is to, quote, maintain peak soldier abilities, then restore those abilities as soon as possible after injury. This will include the development of advanced prosthetics featuring mind-controlled limbs, neural interfaces, the ability to survive blood loss, and even neurotechnological solutions to treat psychological trauma such as PTSD. In case none of those big nerdy words made any sense, the simpler way of putting it is they're building a super soldier, which can pretty much defy death and has a loyalty code implanted in its DNA to make sure it will keep fighting for the right side. While DARPA claims that the project is making astonishing progress, the reality of an actual universal soldier in real life is highly unlikely in the near future.